Good day, guys. This is Kenzo Xtrahot Forex. So let's go straight to our our weekly analysis. So as you know, guys, you're supposed to smash that subscribe button, like, share with your friends. If you find this content or whatever that I'm going to share here, if you find that very valuable, you can just try to smash that. So what do we see? I am on German 30, but before I show you that, let me show you what I'm offering. You can just get whatever that you want. If you want 150 lifetime signals plus mentorship, it's only $150. Very, very cheap. And if you want monthly, it's only $35. It's where you're going to get some signals. And if you want signal system, it's only $60. Then it's going to provide you with the signals on your MetaTrade 4 on your PC, whether it's Mac or PC. I think you're still going to get the same thing, not on your phone, guys, because some people they think maybe this system works on the phone. So without wasting your time, let's go to the break, because get funded with Traders Central to kickstart your trading career and make the profit that you deserve, and you will get access to TradingView, my FX book, and many more, and enjoy Traders Central ecosystem and so much more on their marketplace. Link in my description. Check the link, then you will start to enjoy more of the funding. Thanks. Okay, yeah, now we are on German 30. Outside, everything, like, there's rain, it's raining and it's a bit cold. Yeah, so the weather is very great, guys. So this thing, actually what you can do is you can start from today, try to be consistent, try to follow your rules, try your best to have only one strategy. Because if you focus on like multiple strategies at once, then you're going to have some serious problem, especially when you trade. So what's really happening here is, since it's a weekly analysis, I'm just going to start on a 4-hour time frame. Why? So when we talk about time frames, guys, some people they get confused with the time frame. So I use a bigger time frame only to identify the trend as I follow the trend line strategy. I don't know what other people do, but I know mostly they use the bigger time frame just to get areas like this, areas like that. So they don't really use that maybe to go and enter there. They use a bigger time frame for that. So there is no specific time frame that is like this one is special time frame. No, don't confuse yourself with that. But what I know is the bigger the time frame, the better you're going to see the market. So I don't recommend anyone analyzing the market on 5 minutes and whatever, especially the way I do things, because you see this thing is an on and uptrend. With a 5 minutes time frame, you might see this thing as a downtrend, because this is a 4-hour time frame. If we split that with a 5 minutes candlesticks, you might see a move like that, you see. So you might think that, oh, this thing maybe it's a downtrend, then you sell. You know what? The bigger candlesticks is the bigger, only one candlestick or two, they're going to wipe you out very quickly. Why? Because you were just looking on the smaller picture. We have to look this on a bigger picture. The reason we use a bigger time frame is that just to see where the market is going on a bigger time frame, you see. So we are on German 30, guys. We are on German 30. Don't forget that from tomorrow also, we're going to go live on live YouTube live, actually, before the market opens. And you know what? Since we went on live, we only lost once, and we have 2 weeks straight, only one loss on NASDAQ, you see, which is great, because it means that something is really cooking very nicely, you see. So what I see here is, since we are on German 30, we can see that on a 4-hour time frame, on German 30 or German 40, we see that we still have a resistance on top there. This shows us that, you know what, this is a downtrend, you see. On a downtrend, we only do what? We only sell, you see. But if you go to a bit smaller time frame, we still have a trend here, which trend is called a counter trend line, and we can see the market creating something like that. And here we saw a breakout. So Maybe some people they may say, okay, Kenzo, just because we have two, you have two like uh, resistant lines. So what do we do when the market breaks out of this? Yes, it's a very nice question, and I understand that. So what happens is, yes, you can still buy, but that buy should be very short because pips from this, let's say, or from here up to here, it's something you can make something from there. But it's not like maybe we forgot that, oh, we are on a downtrend. But when we go back on the strategy, mainly I will say, okay, let's just ignore the market because we are on a downtrend. But sometimes we see that sometimes the market to reach there, it might take even 2 days, which means that it's a bigger gap that we can try to take advantage of because we can see when the market breaks out and we also know where to get out, you see. So why don't we take that advantage? It's only when you don't really understand or when you don't see the bigger picture where you can just enter blindly, it's where you're going to lose. But when you understand, you know where you're supposed to get out, you see. But the bigger picture is we are on a downtrend. Actually we're supposed to do what we're supposed to sell. But when we have something like this, yeah, we might take a very quick buy. Then when it reaches here, we know that, oh, we are still on a sell. Simple as that. But if maybe you can say, oh, I think I feel comfortable, maybe just only following a sell, that is also good because it means, but that means that you're going to trade like very, 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 like very few times, but which is great because you won't be losing, you see. It's better for you to not lose than to force to trade in the market. So I hope you understand what's really happening. So my conclusion on this, I think the market is actually going to reach this area, and maybe let's say around 14,000, around this area, 14,350, around there. And then maybe again respect this area. Remember guys, we have invasion. I don't know if you can call that invasion or war, whatever. We have that, and the market won't really act very nicely. But when I checked, actually, I saw that mostly when there is wars and something like that. I still remember I did check US and Iraq. I think it was 2003. So I tried to compare that the market. I tried to compare that on the charts like currently. What happened there is, or maybe I will just talk like I will just share this information on NASDAQ because that relates nicely on NASDAQ, you see. So here on German 30, what is happening is we expect the market to come here to respect this area and to go to the lower side. Unless if the market breaks this area, it's where we can say, oh, the market maybe now wants to buy. But now, let's relax and focus on a sell. Your job at the moment while I'm still changing this, you can just smash that subscribe button. Smash that subscribe button because when we go live, sometimes you might miss or you might be asking me on my Telegram, are you going live? But if you had the notification on, you were going to see that you were not even going to ask me. Now we are on gold on a 4-hour time frame. I hope my people are eating on this one because I did send the signal on this. So what's really happening here is we got the market. Actually, we got this early because what happened is my analysis was like this. So my analysis was like this. So it means this was not there. Let me remove that. My analysis was like that when I sent the signal because I looked at this as what? As a fake breakout. And I think this is still nice because I gave my people the entry around these areas and look what happened. This is 4-hour time frame. If they took that, obviously they're eating. If they took that, obviously they're eating. And unfortunately, I don't really trade gold. I just give the signals for that. And I hope they made something very nicely. Why I don't trade gold? Because I don't trade everything, guys. I focus only on one thing. That makes my job very easily. The analysis that I'm using here is the same that I use on NASDAQ, but it shows that the strategy works even on gold, currency pairs, and stuff like that, you see. But even if we focus mainly on NASDAQ and US30 and let's actually indices, you see. So what we see here is we saw a nice breakout, and that to me, it was clear because I also sent the signal, and now the market is pushing to the upside. Now the market is pushing to the upside, and maybe I think they take profit. I don't know if they take profit was around this area, but it's obviously they locked everything they are eating. So my on gold, obviously I think everything's quite clear. What we want to do is don't just, if you want to buy, don't jump on the market, wait for a small rejection. We call that a higher low, before we say, you know what, it's our time to buy again. But at the moment, we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. I hope you understand that. I hope you understand that. So let's push the next one. Let's push the next one. So, guys, weekends, if you trade, if you are a trader or you call yourself a trader, these weekends, don't just go out there and just try to just spend money every day. Sometimes take that 30 minutes or 1 hour just to look at the market, what's really happening in the market. Mostly just because we understand the analysis part, it means your job now is like -1 problem. You just look at the news, watch the news, and see what other people think about the market. Mostly the analysts just go there, CNBC, whatever, Yahoo, whatever, then just try to understand the content of the market, why they say this is going to go up. Because some of us, or some people, when it comes to trading, mostly they don't even understand inflations. They don't really understand how they work. They don't really understand that. But at the same time, we call ourselves the traders and stuff like that. Yes, we are traders, but some days we're going to upgrade from this day trading, and we're going to be like actual, like real hardcore investors, and we're not going to go in the market non-stop. So we have to understand those things. And you have that time, like today, just take 5 minutes to look at actually what's really it's inflation, just because sometimes it confuses. Inflation, interest rates, something like that, learn something. So we are on US oil. What do we see? Firstly, we are on a 4-hour time frame. We can see that, on a 4-hour time frame, we see that the market is going down. That tells us that this thing is on a downtrend. On a downtrend, what do we do? On a downtrend, we only look for a sell. So our job now is very simple. It means we just go in, we're waiting for the market to reach these areas only. We ignore anything that is happening here. Then when the market creates something like that, we nice. When the market creates something like that, we know what to do. When the market creates something like that, we know what to do. Simple as that. We don't need to confuse anyone, or you don't have to confuse yourself. I know there's people who have like a lot of information out there, but when they teach Forex or stuff like this, they will just confuse you. So here it's quite simple. It's just lines, guys. You can see that we're just waiting for the market to reach around this area. Sometimes the market won't reach there exactly. You can see. So now what do you think? Obviously, we have to see the market around this area before we sell. We can't sell the market in the middle, you see. Something like that. So it means your job now is quite simple. You just have to look for something like that. A lower high, then we sell. A lower high, then we sell. If there is a counter trend line, we're still gonna follow that. Maybe some counter trend line, something like this, where the market might create something like this. So it means now we might have a inner resistant line like that. Then we continue selling like that, because we understand what's really happening, you see. And still the market might still break this area, but we know when we reach this area, if that area is not broken, we know that we're still going to do what? To sell. Only when the market breaks this area, it's where we can say now it's our time to do what? To buy. It's our time to buy only when this area is broken. Simple as that. Don't confuse yourself. If you understand the trends, guys, I'm telling you, you're going to survive. If you read so many books, especially about trading, they will tell you that trend is your friend. But mostly people, they act like they know too much. They know too much, so mostly they don't really follow that. And at the end of the day, they lose and they say, "Oh, this thing is not for everyone." You're lying. Just say it's not for you. Don't add us on that. Don't add us on that, right? I hope you understand that. So now we are on US30. Please, guys, smash that subscribe button, like, share with your friends. Smash that subscribe. I'm waiting for you to smash that subscribe button. So when you're done, you can also give me 5. Give me on the comment section. Give me 5 there. And when I say give me 5, I mean high 5. I'm not saying right 5, high 5, because last week I saw this. I say, guys, give me 5 if maybe the voice is clear. And I saw people we're writing 5. Anyway, it's fine. You can still write that 5. But if you're really enjoying the information, guys, just give me 5 there so that at least on my comment section we can have some sort of communication so that the YouTube can still offer this to other people, you see. And also liking the video, you see, something like that. So we are on US30. What's really happening on US30? We are on a 4-hour time frame. We reached a new high here, not a new high, actually. After the recovery, the market tried to push up, right? But we see that the market started to respect this area and push the lower side. And it's quite nice because what I see is, I think this happened before the market closed. We see that actually the market created, I hope this is nice. I hope this video is clear because I think I changed the resolution. I hope it's gonna be clear. Okay. So what's really happening is we can see that the market is actually respecting this area. And actually it means if we wake up early tomorrow, we can make sure maybe, but the market already moved away from that. We can just wait for that candlestick to, obviously it's closed, for the coming candlestick early tomorrow to see if maybe the market will try to reject, but we can just run. I think the market is still gonna go lower because what I'm seeing here, it seems like the market respected that area. So the market might push lower before coming back again, something like that. You see, the market might create a move like that. So if maybe we saw this early, it means because once we make profit, guys, I go out of the market. I don't really check the market up to that time. Once we made profit, we get out. So I see something like this actually. I see something like this. But if you wake up early and if you find the market there, I can advise you, you know what, you can still sell the market because there is enough room for the market to go. You can see the market has to reach somewhere here. You see, it's not forced, obviously, but the market might still reach these areas. That is possible. So unless if maybe the market comes back and break our resistance, we can think otherwise and say, you know what, the market is now changing the trend. Now it's our time to do what? To buy. But at the moment, everything's still clear. And at the moment, everything's still straightforward. So let's push to the one and only, my favorite NASDAQ. This thing made me who I am because it just paid me, guys. This thing just paid me. So now we are on NASDAQ. You see, so let me tell you about what happened in 2003. So in 2003, Iraq, actually US fighting Iraq. So what happened is the market actually at the end of the year, that year 2003, the market gained up to 5 to 10% during war. You see, but during that, the market was just going up and down, and we call that ranging or consolidating market. So we need to be way too smart about this because now Russia is also doing the same thing, and even if they are not really the same because it's not directly to US, but there's other things which they affect US directly, you see. So what I'm thinking here is, if the market is just going to consolidate around this area, we need to get this thing on the lowest low and we can start to push up with that. At the moment, I think the market already is respecting that area. You see, when they say the market, or let's say when the market was able to make 5 to 10% during Iraq and US war in 2003, which means now maybe we might have 5 to 15%, maybe, because it's not direct to US. But the thing is, we still have inflation. So inflation is still gonna stay here for some time now, but we might see the market pushing up lately. So it means we have to understand this in a way that maybe we understand the theoretical part of the news when people say stuff, and we also see the chart here, and when we combine those things, they make something. So what I see is, I can see that actually the market later on might try to push the upside, even if now the market is trying to show us that, you know what, the market is going down. So what do we see actually? I think there's, if you need like enough information about stuff like this, please go on YouTube and learn about stuff like this, because they will make you a great trader. You see, they will make you a very, very great trader. So you know what? You know what, guys? I think I don't know. Okay, guys. Okay. So what's really happening on US30? So US30 at the moment, we see that, sorry, not US30, NASDAQ 100, we see that at the moment the market is actually going down. And this thing is what we did last week. So what we can do at the moment is, let's try to clear everything. Let's try to clear everything and see if maybe we can find a new structure, because now we're looking for another week, you see. So what we see again here, we already have an area where maybe we can say it's a resistant, but and the market still seems to be pushing lower. And if we check again, we've drawn that resistance here because the market was respecting that area. So what I understand is because the market is actually like way too steep here. I think the market was not going to sustain that longer. So now we're going to change that and make it something like this. You see. So let me see. Yeah, sorry guys, the power was off. The power was off, and I was able to make sure that I pause. I made sure that I paused the video. So, and there was someone who was making noise. So I'm sorry if those people, they really disturbed you. So let me just start afresh. So on NASDAQ, what I see is, we can see that the market is actually on a downtrend, right? Why? Because we can see that we had a sort of a resistance on top there, but when we go back here, we saw actually the market was giving us a structure like this, something like this. Before, if I go to a bit smaller time frame, we had something like that, because the market was respecting this area and this area, and here we saw something like a breakout and also a retest. But I don't really believe that this is a serious breakout. Why? Because this move was very steep, guys, was very aggressive. So I think this breakout here is just going to tell us that, you know what, I'm going to make sure that I move on this on a very nice speed, or maybe because this dip was very crazy, so the market won't just keep going like that. So at the end of the day, the market will have to move a bit slower, something like this. I think the market is going to create something like this going further. We might have something like this, even if maybe now the market doesn't really connect nicely, but this is something that we see that the market might create something like this. The market might break this and create something like that and moving to the lower side, something like that. I hope you can see whatever that I'm trying to show you, you see. But the best thing that we can do is, we don't have to take any decision at the moment. This is just an analysis. So from this analysis, from tomorrow, as tomorrow it's Monday, we're going to learn more if maybe the market is going to keep pushing lower and maybe coming back around this area, or maybe the market will turn back and respect and break this area and push to the upside. You see, that might also be way too possible. So what I see is the market is still on bearish. I can see the market is going lower, and around this area we had something like a support area. If that breaks, it means we'll be the market will be pushing to the lower side. So what's really happening here is, I used to talk about this when the market pushed the upside. When the market pushes to the upside, most of the time we see the market creating something like this, something like this. So, and when we draw everything, we can see that the market is creating some sort of a move like that. So even when we go down, when the market pushes lower, the market still, the market might still create something like that. Then we see the market pushing lower, breaking that, creating something. It means now we are on a very nice fresh area. If it breaks here, we will know that the market might create something like this before pushing lower, something like that. So, but the best thing that you can do is tomorrow is still another day. So come here tomorrow, and later on we're gonna go live. I hope maybe you learned something. If you learned something, you know what I said. Please give me five. On the comment section. And you know what? Tomorrow is still another day. Early in the morning, I'm still going to update you. I hope you understand, and I hope you're going to subscribe. Thank you very much. Enjoy your weekend.